Okay, well, welcome back. This is part 2 of our Middle Eastern melody. I'm not going to take too much time with the fattoush salad just because, again, it is a salad. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to incorporate tomatoes, cucumber, parsley, mint, some scallions, some baby bell peppers, and some asparagus into the salad. However, this asparagus needs to boil, so I'm going to boil that here in a minute. And then traditionally, fattoush would have pita bread that is toasted and crunched and then kind of topped on top of the salad. But I've actually purchased some pita chips that have already done the trick for me. I'll just crumble those over the salad once I'm done. So with that, I will let you go. I will complete the fattoush salad and then we'll really get to work on the Kubba. Okay, see you soon. Okay, well, hello everyone and welcome back. Just as a reminder, this is where we are. I just finished the fattoush salad, as you could see, and the fattoush salad, the pieces, the chunks in the salad of the vegetables are quite thick, and that's intentional. So I just wanted to let you know. So this salad, this fattoush salad, is a little unusual in that it's going to be, the salad dressing is going to be the Eastern Carolina BBQ sauce. And we've also incorporated asparagus, boiled asparagus, into it. But it also consists of scallions, cucumbers, tomatoes, bell peppers, some parsley, some mint, and then also some pita chips that have been crumbled. So that's our fattoush salad. So again, just as a reminder, we've got our fattoush salad, we've got our barbecue, Eastern Carolina barbecue sauce dressing, and we've got our coffee hummus. Okay, so our next ingredient, or not ingredient, our next dish is the Kubba. And just to let you know a little bit of a background of Kubba, it's called different things in different cultures. So some of the Syrians call kibba kibi. I've heard it pronounced kibba. And from what I understand, in Iraq, it's pronounced Kubba. And it's really interesting because according to the different, the Kubba differs according to the different regions that they come from. So Aleppo kibi, or kibba, they're big round balls. They're huge. The further south you get, they get smaller, and then they end up looking like the shape of a football in a sense. The Kubba, oh, and another thing too is that a lot of times they're made with minced lamb and then also bulgur. And so the coating is a lamb bulgur, which is really interesting. Delicious, let me tell you that, it's very delicious. But what I also found really fascinating was that in Iraq, they have kubba, which could be made with rice or bulgur or even potato. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do the Iraqi kubba, potato kubba, with bison though, not lamb. Another interesting thing about that is that this particular kubba can be in the shape of the football, like I mentioned, or it could be a round disc, not a ball, a disc. And so today we're going to do it in the shape of a disc. So we're going to do potato kubba, disc bison kubba. So with that, let me tell you some of the ingredients. Of course, we've got potatoes, and then we've got some cornstarch, an egg, and this is going to make up our potato dough, essentially. That's what it is. It's going to be a dough. So then for our filling, we've got some parsley, I forgot the bison, it's right over here. Bison, onion, so this is our filling, sorry. Bison, onion, with some parsley. And then in terms of spices, we need some cinnamon and some allspice. Some of you might say, well, why aren't you going to use the traditional 7-spice? Well, the 7-spice doesn't go with every single dish. Just like, you know, you don't put, I don't know, cayenne pepper in your, well, maybe you do. You can put that in just about anything. But this particular dish calls for allspice, not necessarily 7-spice. And then we've got salt. So what I'm going to do is I will let you go so that I can prepare the filling. I'm going to just basically chop the onion, fry it with the bison, add some of the parsley and then some of the spices, or all three of the spices, and then I'm going to make the Kubba dough. And so once I get that all ready and it's ready for me to start preparing, I'll come back and we'll watch those babies fry. Okay everyone, well hello and welcome back. We're at the final stages of our Kubba. So as you can see, I've already prepared the filling, which is bison along with onion and parsley and cinnamon and allspice. And you know, I got to thinking about the allspice, 7-spice dilemma. And I hate to say it, but I think that allspice might be the Western version of 7-spice, because 7 spices differ from region to region. So there are quite a few varieties. So there's like Lebanese 7-spice, there's Moroccan 7-spice, etc., etc. So we might have our own 7-spice and we just call it allspice. But needless to say, I used allspice. So I've also made the batter, or the dough, as you might want to call it. This is a potato dough. I put it in the freezer so that it would cool down. You're supposed to wait like 2 or 3 hours, but I can't wait that long. So we're gonna go for it. And I also froze my mom's cutting board, so it's like a cold stone, like a cold slate, cold stone. Nothing to do with the ice cream, but it is cold. So I also decided to have a little bit of flour at my disposal in case my hands get really sticky. But before I do that, I'm going to turn on the oil, because we're going to fry these babies. There we go. Okay, so let's go for it. I'm going to put some flour in my hands, and we're just going to grab some dough. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not bad. And you just want to make it into a little ball, and then put a little hole in it here. Well, let's make it big enough so that we can add the meat mixture, the filling. Then we'll add some filling. It's way too much. We'll get this. And then you just kind of work around it, kind of make it close a little bit like this. And then you've got yourself a Kubba disc. Remember, we're doing a disc. We're not doing, let me add a little bit more. We're not doing the football. Ironically, we call it football, American football. Okay, so I'm going to keep that on my cold stone there. Let's put this way. Tender, very tender. Grab some more. Flour. Oh yeah, this is good stuff here. And I mean, I could turn it into one of those footballs easily, but I promised you I'd keep it as a disc. So let's see how much time we have on our thing. I don't want to go past 15 minutes because then there's something with YouTube and you can't post videos more than 15 minutes, something like that. So I want to make sure that I don't do that. Don't go past my 15 minutes. There we go. Oops. She's opening. disc. And I will continue, and once I get all of the discs ready and the oil is on, we'll start frying. Okay, so I know you can't tell, but we've got the Kubba in the pot here, the frying pan, and we are frying them. I will turn them once using this, and then I will drain them here, and then voila, we will be ready to eat. Okay, and so there you have it, folks. We've got our Middle Eastern melody, which consists of Bison Kubba, right here, Eastern Carolina fattoush, that you see here, and coffee hummus, that you see here. The only thing that I need to do now is add the dressing. And I do need to tell you that I did add some olive oil to the barbecue sauce because the flavor was pretty intense. It was pretty spicy. So I'll just add a little bit of that here. And voila, you've got it. You've got your Kubba, your fattoush, and your hummus. Bon appetit, and I'll see you next time with Step by Step with Melissa.